Dr. Tasleem Rahmani Sahab, as founder member and a strategist of Ulema Council, how do you rate its performance in the recent Lok Sabha elections?
It's quite satisfactory. It's a very good performance. Just in last 3 months campaigning, we achieved around 2.25 lakh votes, and it is around 70% of the total Muslim vote poll which has been polled in our favor, and that way it's a very good performance. I am satisfied.
More than 2 lakh, just you said, more than 2 lakh people voted for you, for Ulema Council. Ulema Council was at number 4 in three places, Azamgarh, Lalganj and Jaunpur. In Jaunpur, you yourself were the candidate. You got more than 50,000 votes there. Why people voted for Ulema Council in such a good number? Were they sure that you are going to win, or just they wanted to show their support to Ulema Council?
No, nobody was assured that Ulema Council candidate are going to win this election. Most of the people was said very clearly and very categorically that we want to show our strength and we have to be united. We have to make a political force, and that's why they voted for the Ulema Council candidate. And they looked assured that Ulema Council is contesting an election for an issue of security, Muslim security, and against the fake issue of terrorism raised by the central government and the various state governments. And that's why, for their own security and for their own identity, they look assured towards Ulema Council that the Ulema Council can protect them and can protect their identity, and that way they can become a political force in these states. That's why they voted.
Yeah, you raised counter-terrorism fallout in your campaign in the backdrop of Batla House encounter. What are the major other issues you raised in your campaigns apart from counter-terrorism?
See, particularly in Jaunpur, I raised the issue of terrorism and counter-terrorism, number one. And number two, all the issues pertaining to the country, to the general people, the discriminatory attitudes of the various governments towards general public, their lack of infrastructure, lack of electricity, water, jobs, and everybody in the country, we have at least 60% of our people living below poverty line. We raised all such issues, and that's why I have noticed that the general public, including non-Muslims, they look a bit of satisfied that this whatever the Ulema Council candidates are saying is true. And they look confident that once the Ulema Council comes, they will work for the prevalence of justice. And that was the main issue. They voted for Ulema Council candidate, not in a large number, but in a very meager number. But we are hopeful. That, say for example, in each and every booth of out of 1,786 booths in my constituency, Jaunpur, I got 0 in hardly 10 or 20 booths. Otherwise, on every 1,700 booths, I got a few votes. That shows that the non-Muslims have also voted, and this is a ray of hope.
Right, but Dr. Tasleem Rahmani sir, it is the fact that division of secular votes has helped, in fact, BJP not only in UP but also in Bihar. Several seats they have won in Bihar and UP because of division of secular votes. And this is the very reason, you know well, that why BJP won Azamgarh seat, because of division of secular votes. So do you regret that Ulema Council ended up helping the communal forces, at least in Azamgarh?
I do not regret at all, because we are not responsible for the division of secular votes. Secular votes were distributed due to only those forces who claims themselves to be secular and do never unite to unite the secular force. For their own lust of power, They are divided, and this is their responsibility to get themselves united to trounce the BJP or the other fascist forces. This is not our responsibility. During the campaign we said, if the secular forces want, they are serious to win and to defeat the BJP, they should vote the Ulema Council candidates. They are hardly, there were 4 seats which we were contesting very seriously, and we got 80,000, around about 80,000 votes. They could have voted for us. The BJP could be defeated there, but they didn't. That means that only the so-called secular forces are responsible for the win of BJP.
Right. After 8 months struggle in the backdrop of Wadla House encounter, particularly in eastern UP, where does Ulema Council finds itself today?
No, we are at a very comfortable footing, and we are consolidating ourselves in at least to be very precise in eastern Uttar Pradesh belt, and we are preparing ourselves to contest forthcoming assembly election in UP, and I think we'll click the people.
Alright, it is said that by polarizing Muslim votes, you were unwittingly polarizing Hindus, but thanks to the deep root of secularism, the communal forces did not succeed.
See, we are doing politics, and on the first step, we have to polarize our vote chunk. And after we are polarized, then the other people will see a political force in ourselves. Then they will come and join us. And we are very sure and very enthusiastic, and we in fact got the support of non-Muslim. This is not the fact that the non-Muslim votes polarized as against of Ulema Council. No way. If this would be the case, then the BSP would not have won the Jaunpur seat and the other seats. See, only out of 8 seats contested by the Ulema Council, only at 1 seat, that is Azamgarh, BJP could not win any seat.
Right.
Only the so-called secular forces like BSP or the Sapa has won those seats,
right,
not the BJP. And that's the reason that we are sure that the non-Muslims, among us non-Muslims, the Thakur and the Brahman are looking forward to us. And this is a good sign.
Okay, Dr. Tasleem Sahab, Ulema Council may not have won any seat, but in fact it has emerged as a good and a strong party of Muslims in the eastern UP. So what's your future plan? Are you going to form a political party? Because Ulema Council is presently not a political party. You have a fielded candidate as independents. So are you going to
we have already launched the Rashtriya Ulema Council as a political party, but I am of the firm opinion that Ulema Council must exist as an independent body of ulama belonging to each and every sect of Islam, and that body must be a parent body of an independent political party. This should be the arrangement, and we are looking forward that this arrangement comes on the 4th very soon.
Okay, right. Rashtriya Ulema Council is the political front of Ulema Council.
Yes.
It has been launched already.
Yeah, on 15th of May.
Okay, so have you got registration from the...
We are in the process of getting it registered.
Okay, right. It is said that many people are not happy with the leadership of Ulema Council, in fact, and they term it, their functioning as more or less dictatorial. Your comment?
Maybe many people cannot be satisfied with the working of the leadership, but that doesn't mean that the issue and the organization is affected in any way. I think the people are much more stronger and united behind the Ulema Council, and that is a good sign. And we are hopeful that whatever the controversies over leadership has been raised by a few people will be sorted out very soon within its own circle. Inshallah.
Okay, after results 2 weeks over, Ulema Council has not called any meeting of its candidates, its top front leaders. You haven't assessed the results. So does it mean that Ulema Council is over?
No way. Ulema Council is not over. The meeting has been called, a very small meeting. We have analyzed the situation, and